Law enforcement fights crime in our neighborhoods. The eyes and ears of the community can prove vital in these efforts. Stay vigilant. Your tip could crack the next case. This is a KLFY Plus exclusive. Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome to this week's edition of Acadiana Crimestoppers, the show which partners law enforcement and community to help solve and prevent crime on our streets. In this episode, we will cover the crime of the week, parish by parish. We will also detail Lafayette Parish Most Wanted with Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas, and also have a conversation with Major Jenny Higgins from the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office to discuss how they are fighting crime and being proactive in their area. Our first crime of the week comes out of Acadia Parish, where detectives need your help locating a fugitive who's wanted for motor vehicle theft. Sheriff KP Gibson gives us the details.
Crimestoppers of Acadia Parish needs your help to locate a wanted fugitive. The Acadia Parish Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's assistance with locating John Lazare. John Lazare is a black male, 46 years of age. He is 5'7" in height, weighing approximately 184 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. His last known address is 1438 Janice Street in Opelousas. Lazare is wanted for theft of a motor vehicle. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of John Lazare, you're urged to call the tips line at 789-TIPS or download our P3 app to report your tip. All callers will remain anonymous and can receive up to a $1,000 cash reward for information leading to his arrest. Be the difference. For Crimestoppers of Acadia Parish, I'm Sheriff KP Gibson.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 789-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.
In St. Landry Parish, detectives there are still attempting to identify and locate those responsible for firing at least 34 shots at a female motorist traveling along Sugar Mill Road.
You're watching St. Landry Crimestoppers.
The St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office needs your help with an unsolved shooting in the Opelousas area. On December 22, 2022, just after 11 p.m., a motorist was traveling through Opelousas on her way home. The female driver, alone in the vehicle, suspected that vehicles were following her. When she reached the intersection of Sugar Mill Road and Highway 357, she was struck by gunfire from 3 different caliber weapons and was fired upon a total of at least 34 times. The female then went to a nearby residence stating that she was shot and needed a medical attention. The victim's white Toyota Camry had more than 20 bullet holes in the driver's side near the driver's front fender and door, the driver's door window, and the back glass were also struck. Use our QR code on your screen or tip using any mobile device by dialing **TIPS. Remember to download our P3 app and tap the app to say it here and submit your anonymous tips. On behalf of St. Landry Crimestoppers Board, Sheriff Bobby J. Guitros and the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office, thank you and have a blessed day.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $2,500 cash reward.
Lafayette police are asking for your help identifying a burglary suspect. Police have released surveillance footage of the burglary at the Acadiana Mall. It happened June 18th, a little after 5 in the evening. According to authorities, the suspect allegedly entered the store and stole property and fled the scene. If you have any information, call Lafayette Police or Lafayette Crimestoppers at 232-TIPS. Authorities in Lafayette are looking for some fugitives wanted for OWI, domestic violence, among other offenses. That's why we've invited Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas here, or Lafayette's Most Wanted. We did this last week. There were 4 fugitives that your office was looking for, wanted for OWI, especially second offense, a failure to appear. And we're looking for 4 more this week. But before that, I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate you being here this week.
And I want to thank you for having us. This helps out my office so much. When we have people wanted, especially like for a second offense, OWI, we're really looking for these wanted people. So we ask the community for help, and the community always come through for us.
Okay, so let's turn here. Our first person is Courtney Brown, OWI second defense. His first OWI was in Lafayette. He pled no contest to that. His second OWI, he failed to appear in court. And one thing I've learned just from having these discussions with you, your office takes second OWI seriously, and then not appearing for court, definitely taking that seriously.
Yes, you know, again, I think everybody knows someone who's been injured or even killed in an OWI accident. And that's a lot of time it's the first OWI. So now when you talk about a second OWI, it's very, very serious. And I take it very seriously. And you know, one of the things that I believe in is that we have to get these people off the road, because if it's your second time, then it's going to be your third time. So we're asking Mr. Courtney Brown to turn yourself in. And if you don't turn yourself in, then somebody knows who you are and somebody knows where you're at. Contact the Marshal's office at 337-291-8725.
All right, and then our second person that your office is looking for this week, Brett Michael Birch. Domestic abuse battery, his first offense, and he committed false imprisonment on January 26th, and 2 OWI and drug charges. He has quite a sheet.
And yes, and so that's why we need to get him off the road. One of the things we talked about was how serious OWIs is. Equally, we talk about domestic violence. Domestic violence, for me, will not be tolerated.
Yeah.
So not only did you commit domestic violence, you did not show up for court. So my agency is looking for you. Again, we ask you to turn yourself in. If you're not going to turn yourself in, this community will turn you in. So we ask you to contact us at 337-291-8725.
All right, our third person, Dustin Allen Dejean, OWI second defense. First OWI in Lafayette, he pled no contest. Second OWI in Lafayette, he didn't show up to court.
And you know, I get asked a lot of times, people never realize that, you know, once you have one OWI, most people do not commit it a second time.
Yeah.
But these are people that's committing it a second time, and then when you commit the OWI, you're not showing up for court. So we're looking for Mr. Dustin Dejean. We are asking you to, again, to turn yourself in. If not, we will fine you.
And then he's been caught twice. So
Yes.
How many times has he driven drunk and he wasn't caught?
And again, you know, I always talk about everybody knows someone who's been involved in an accident with somebody drunk driving, or even a family member that's been seriously injured or maybe killed. You know, we want to stop this. And the way we stop it is to get these people off the street. And that's what the Marshal's office is about. And that's why I bring the second offense, because I want people to know we're very serious about this. And if your picture is up here, then we're looking for you. And we ask that the community called in. We ask that you contact the Marshal's office. Again, I give the number a lot because we get the calls, and we want the calls. 337-291-8725, and it's anonymous once you call.
Okay, and our last person, Janet J. Zeno, first OWI, pled no contest. Second OWI, she failed to appear in court, and she has active warrants, I believe, for drugs in St. Landry Parish, correct?
Yes, she's very, she has a record, and not only we're looking for her, St. Landry is looking for her for drug charges. So if anyone knows her, someone might know her from St. Landry. She might be from St. Landry Parish. If anyone know her, contact the Marshal's office. We will be looking for her. And I always tell people, either you turn yourself in or we're going to find you.
Yeah.
And with the help of Channel 10, with the help of the community, we will find you.
And I've noticed that no one stays on the run forever.
No.
You can only avoid law enforcement for so long. So just turn yourself in, plead guilty to the charges, and just take your punishment, right?
Yes, we want you to stop driving. I mean, until we can get you into custody, I believe that if it's your second OWI, you committing a third and a fourth. So we have to get this person off the road. This person has to come to court. So it's our job to get you off the road. It's our job to keep citizens from not getting hurt. You know, so what we want to do is we want you to call. Someone knows Miss Janet Zeno. Someone can contact us at 337-291-8725 before someone gets hurt.
Yeah, and if you out there, if you know any of these 4 fugitives, you gave the number to call, and you will remain anonymous, correct?
Yes, you will. And we're just asking, and every time we show photos, we do get calls. And this is why we do it. You know, we are out there, we're looking for these people, and we just need a little help. And once we get that help, we will apprehend that person.
Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas, thank you so much for being with us, and we will do this again next week.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back. This crime of the week is coming to us from Vermilion Parish. Authorities are offering a $10,000 reward for help capturing a suspect wanted on multiple drug offenses.
Crime Stoppers of Vermilion presents the crime of the week.
Crime Stoppers in the Vermilion Parish Sheriff's Office would like your assistance in solving this segment's Crime of the Week. The United States Marshal Service and the Vermilion Parish Sheriff's Office have teamed up with a private donor to locate and arrest fugitive Jonas Rayo. Rayo is wanted for multiple counts of possession with intent to distribute Scheduled 1, 2, and 3 narcotics with a bond set at $235,000. Rayo is from the Abbeville area and is described as a black male with brown eyes, black hair, stands 6 foot 5 inches tall, and weighs approximately 265 pounds with a date of birth of October 31st, 1984. A $10,000 cash reward has been offered for information leading to the arrest of Rayo. If you have information on this or any other crime, I encourage you to call the Crime Stoppers tips line at 740-TIPS, or you can download and log on to the P3 app to report your tips anonymously, where you can earn a cash reward. From Vermilion Parish, I'm Sheriff Eddie Longman.
In St. Martin Parish, authorities need your help locating an individual who led deputies on 2 high-speed pursuits on both June 12th and June 15th. Deputies with the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office are seeking the whereabouts of Adonis Singleton of Breaux Bridge. Warrants were issued for his arrest following the 2 high-speed pursuits. In addition to the slew of charges he's facing related to the pursuits, he's also facing charges with the St. Martinville Police Department for incidents back in April and May, including aggravated burglary and domestic abuse battery charges. Anyone with information as to the whereabouts of Adonis Singleton is asked to contact St. Martin Parish Crime Stoppers by calling 337-441-3030 or via the free P3 Tips app. The next crime of the week is coming out of Iberia Parish, as deputies there have been dealing with a rash of business burglaries. They are telling business owners to check on their establishments.
This segment of Iberia Crime Stoppers is brought to you by the new Iberia Police Department.
In April of 2025, the new Iberia Police Department began investigating a rash of business burglaries. During the investigation, it was discovered that the suspects responsible were targeting vacant businesses around the city. The suspects would make entry into the businesses where they would spend hours removing copper items. 3 individuals were identified and since have been arrested for their roles in these criminal acts. Sonny Dupuy, Chad Gross, and Danny Babineau Jr., all of New Iberia, were arrested and charged with simple burglary. These individuals have caused over $1 million in damages. On behalf of New Iberia Police Department, I'm Sergeant Caleb Henry.
Due to these individuals targeting vacant buildings, it is possible that other buildings may have been victimized. We're asking anyone who owns a vacant building to check their building, and if you discover you have been a victim, please contact the New Iberia Police Department at 337-369-2306. Information about this crime or other crimes can be reported anonymously to Crime Stoppers by calling 337-364-TIPS or by downloading the P3 app on your smart device. No names, no risk, just results. This is your community, your voice, your safety. On behalf of Crime Stoppers, I am Captain Leland Lassiter.
Stay with us. We will continue our conversation with Major Jenny Higgins. She explains how the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office ensures that her community is safe.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back to Acadiana Crimestoppers. We are here with Major Jenny Higgins with the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office to sit down and have a discussion on this week's episode. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting us. This is a wonderful opportunity. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course you're here because I'm hearing a lot of good things are happening in the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office, and you guys have implemented some new things.
We have.
So, and doing some new things to bond with the community. So tell me about that.
Correct. One of the latest things that we've done is we have something called alert training, and some of our deputies from our training division went to Texas actually and got trained in it. And what it is, it's an active shooter response, and it teaches our deputies all the crucial things they need to know, you know, if we should have an active shooter situation in our parish. And what's great about it is it's very realistic, because, you know, studying past active shooter events, a lot of times it's just, you don't know what you're going to get until you get there. This helps them to get in that mindset of just kind of just, you know, going into everything that they need to do in a very short period of time. And it also, throughout the training, also teaches them to apply a tourniquet to themselves or to someone else should that occur.
And that's one of those trainings you hope you never have to use.
Correct. And we hope we never, ever have to use it. But, you know, for us, it was crucial for many things. We have several high schools in our parish, several schools in our parish. We have businesses in our parish. We're on the I-10 corridor. You know, and people think because maybe you're in a small area that something may not happen. But, you know, it can happen anywhere. And this training is crucial not just for us, but for the public, because it's allowing us to respond quickly. It's allowing us to respond effectively. And in addition to that, with our training academy that's being instituted in the training academy for the cadets that come from other law enforcement agencies in the parish, outside of our parish. So it's something that as more people get trained, you know, if we have to go to another department to assist them should they have something. If you remember, you know, when they had the Grand Theater shooting, there were several agencies that responded. So it's important that we all share that knowledge and that we utilize the latest things that we can to keep our parish safe.
Yeah, so your office sounds like it's putting an emphasis on training and trying to be the standard in terms of training, not just for active shooter situations, but just all of situations that law enforcement may encounter.
And it's important that we kind of keep up with not only what's happening around the country, but what's happening with us. So for example, you know, if we see an increase in a certain area of something that our deputies need training on, then, you know, we research and find what we can do to help them get that training, whether it's report writing, whether it's de-escalation training, whether it's, you know, something that we see as beneficial to them to make them, you know, it used to be, you know, someone just came in and physically they just need to be in good shape. It's not like, you know, of course that's hugely important, but it's so important now. There's so many things that they have to do. There are so many things that change. Body cams have changed the whole scope of law enforcement in a lot of positive areas. It's allowed for transparency. It's cut down significantly on complaints where maybe the public made a complaint against a deputy, but we're able to go back now and review that footage and find out, well, maybe that's not exactly what happened. And on the flip side, if one of our deputy does do something that, you know, causes them to be reported, then it allows us that tool to go back and look at that footage.
Yeah, I think body cameras are so important.
I do too.
Because 99.9% of law enforcement are good people out there just trying to do a job and keep people safe. But of course, if there are bad apples, I'm sure your office wants to know about it and get them off the streets.
And honestly, we use that as a training tool as well. You know, if we have a situation and you know, as the lieutenants and the captains review body cam footage on a regular basis, if they see something that they can use as a teaching moment for someone, it's been super beneficial.
And you guys have made an effort to bond with the community as well, and I think that's paying off. From what you said, you did some comparisons from year to year, and you have some stats to talk about with this.
We do. And one thing we do is we really do try to educate the public. We try to put out PSAs reminding them, please take everything out of your vehicle. You know, especially in the summertime, vehicle thefts go up. You know, when I say vehicle thefts, people leaving their doors unlocked and people going inside their vehicles and stealing things. You know, they're looking for guns, they're looking for cash. So, you know, we try to increase our PSAs with that. And in addition to that, I think our own residents now have so many Ring cameras or home security systems. We have people that have deer cams that are very effective, and it can capture a lot. So should that happen, maybe with your neighbor, if that information is shared with our deputies, which they are very good about doing, our residents, then we're able to identify quickly who that person may be and, you know, put an end to what's going on in that neighborhood. So that's real important to us, that we have that community base and then we're able to you know, work with them to solve things that happen in their own communities.
Is crime going down in St. Martin Parish?
It is. You know, we have a decrease this year in vehicle burglaries, which we're excited about. And one thing that I think was great on behalf of our investigators is, if you remember a couple years ago, there was a rash, and I noticed there was one a couple weeks ago in a neighboring area of ATM thefts.
Yeah.
So what they did was they took the initiative to go to businesses within our parish, find out where their ATMs were located inside their businesses, and encourage them to place it in an area further back, because the ones that have been taking place are literally right inside the door. So it's in and out. If you place it in an area that's much harder for them to get to, then that gives us the response time, you know, to be able to get there quicker as well.
Well, it sounds like things are going in the right direction in St. Martin Parish. Major Jenny Higgins, I appreciate your time with us, and please come back and join us here again on Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back. Our partnership with law enforcement continues next week. Join us as we show you more wanted fugitives throughout Acadiana. Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas will be with us once again. We'll see what other suspects he is looking for. Also, a one-on-one conversation with St. Martinville Police Chief Ricky Martin. He'll explain what his office is doing to keep the streets of St. Martinville safe. We appreciate you tuning in to Acadiana Crimestoppers exclusively on KLFY+. We will be back next week detailing the latest crimes to be solved and perps to be brought to justice.